We've all been there, right? You're just kind of throwing prompts at an AI, crossing your fingers, and just hoping for the best. Some people call it vibe coding. And yeah, it can be fun, but let's be honest, it's usually unpredictable and pretty messy. Today, we are going to dive into a way more powerful and effective approach, a real framework for AI-assisted development that actually works. Man, this quote just hits different, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up that feeling of frustration when the AI just completely goes off the rails, and you're left with this tangled mess of code. It's a pain point so many of us share, but the good news, it's totally avoidable. So you really have two roads you can go down. On one side, you've got the chaos of vibe coding, and on the other, you have the clarity and the power of specification-driven development. Now, this is the big idea we're digging into today, how to move from just hoping things work out to a process where you are always in the driver's seat. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by really nailing down the problem, then we'll jump into the three pillars of the solution: planning, picking your tools, and executing with control. And we'll wrap it all up with what I think is the most important part, the mindset that puts you, the developer, firmly in charge. Okay, first things first, we have to acknowledge the problem head on. This unstructured, aimless prompting, it's holding us back. And just admitting that is the very first step toward building a much smarter, more effective way of working with our AI partners. And that leads us right to our first and, honestly, our most critical principle. You have to plan before you build. This is where the magic really starts to happen. I mean, think about it. You'd never build a house without a blueprint, right? So why on earth would we build software that way? The key tool for this whole planning thing is a file called agents.mdn. Now, you can think of this file as the constitution for your entire project. It's this one single file that sticks around and tells the AI exactly how it needs to act, from the big picture strategy all the way down to the tiny details. So what actually goes inside this file? Well, this is the cool part. You're giving it explicit, non-negotiable rules. For instance, you can tell it, your Git workflow is to commit often and sign off as an AI. Or, for how it does research, don't just guess based on your training data. You need to actively search the latest documentation. This level of direct instruction is an absolute game changer. And here's why that matters so much. By putting all of that context into a Markdown file, you, not the AI, have total visibility and control. You're stopping the AI from hiding its process away in some crazy long, confusing chat history. Everything's right there in the open, documented and completely under your command. Okay, so we have a plan. Now we need the right tools for the job. You know, a great plan is only as good as the tools you use to bring it to life. And let's be real, not all AI models are created equal. Using them the right way means you gotta know their unique strengths and, yeah, their weaknesses too. This table is a fantastic example. Let's say you're in that early, high-level planning phase, just getting the basic structure down. A really powerful but kind of talkative model like GPT 5.2 might be perfect. But when it's time to actually get stuff done, you might swap over to something faster and cheaper, like Claude Sonnet, which is just brilliant at taking direct action. You see, when you know that one model has a habit of being a little chatty and another one tends to just do things without being asked, you can change your prompts and how you watch over it. This isn't about fighting with a model, it's about understanding it so you can lead it where you want it to go. All right, you've got your detailed plan, you've picked your models, now it's time to execute. But we are not just going to hit go and hope for the best. Nope, we're going to do this with control, with discipline. This execution loop is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. First, you break the plan down and execute just one small piece at a time. Second, every time you start a new major task, you start a brand new chat session. This keeps things clean, no context getting mixed up. And third, you just feed it the agents.markdown file for context. Instantly, the AI knows all the rules of the road for your project. And the big question, does it actually work? Oh yeah, get this. Using this exact method, the team from the source material was able to add full observability into their project in just 3 to 4 minutes. That's the kind of insane speed and precision this framework can give you. This all leads us to our final and, I think, most important section. Because this isn't just a bunch of tactics, it's a whole philosophy. It's about completely redefining your role in the development process. You are not a passenger just along for the ride, you are the co-pilot. So let's just quickly boil it all down to the key takeaways. Plan first. Always review the AI's plans. Break down complex stuff into simple steps. Use the right tool for the task. And most importantly, you must maintain human oversight at all times. You're the one in charge. I absolutely love this quote because it just gets right to the heart of it. The whole point of AI isn't to replace our thinking. It's to make it better. The strategy, the creativity, the puzzle solving, that's the fun stuff, and that should always, always be yours. So the real shift in mindset is this. You've got to stop looking at your AI as just a simple code generator that you bark orders at. Start seeing it as a thought partner, a brilliant, ridiculously fast, but kind of junior partner that absolutely needs your guidance, your experience, and your vision to do its best work. And that's the question I really want to leave you with. As you get back to your projects, just ask yourself, is the AI I'm using just an assistant, just following my commands? Or have I elevated it to a true thought partner, where we're collaborating to build something even better than I could build alone? The choice, really, is yours.